Hello, welcome to Bitter and Badly Lit, the podcast where we're sick of it. We're all sick of it. Episode 3, Fab 5 talks Queer Eye, Season 7, and their prides, do's and don'ts. Don't you want to know what you can't do during Pride, gentlemen? No white after Labor Day, no white cock after Labor Day. Isn't that what that fucking means? Let's get into this. Of course, we would open this episode. I'll tell you what, we got to open this episode with something a little more appropriate than just me blathering on. Oh, there you go. Here's Cher in Charlie's gay glass elevator. She's meditating. She's like, oh, where are all the gay people? Where are all the gay? Here they come. Here are all my friends. You're getting out of the red car. They're not like the ZZ Top girls. They're not looking for guys. They're looking for girls. I'm down here. I'm gay. Cher's in the gay glass elevator. All her black friends are gay. And I'm coming. I have catheters on my head. My eyes are glowing. And everyone is psyched about it. Hard to try. Of course I know the words. This song's like 25 years old. How many times do you think I've heard this? I'm talking to you. Let's keep her in the background. It's a music bed though. Yeah, that's why this song is such a popular song in gay culture. Because do you believe in life after love? Because every gay relationship falls apart after 8 weeks. So they gotta believe in life after love 6 times a year. God bless. I feel bad for him. Just fucking settle in, dude. Settle like the rest of us. But here we are. This is Cher's song, Believe. This was released in 1998, October 19th on the album Believe, same name, from Warner Brothers Records. I credit Cher as being the progenitor of the GILF movement. I don't think we would have any grandmother I'd like to fuck porn. There would not be a channel on YouTube if it weren't for Cher. She has spawned, if you'll pardon the expression, so much work for so many much older, attractive ladies to degrade themselves on film. Thank you very much, Cher. Let's turn that down. Here we are. Of course we started with that. But there is no looking at the new Queer Eye for the straight guy without looking at where did we come from? Where have we been? And let's see how things have evolved. I remember, this is 20 years ago. It premiered in 2003. It's 20 years ago we're looking at. And then I thought it was gay. I thought these dudes were gay. And now I watched the first video and not so much. Not so much by 2023 standards. I got to tell you, for whatever that, they'll bring up some Overton window fucking comment, but for whatever it means, dude. But let's take a look at where we were before we move on to where we are now. How things just keep getting better. There's Cayenne. He's getting his call. Boom, Cayenne Douglas. That's Cayenne. He's your grooming specialist. A pretty gay job, especially gay job in 2003. And maybe not so much culturally now, but in my mind, yeah, pretty gay judge. He didn't judge you, though. He was just here to help. He wanted to make sure your girlfriend didn't get ball hair in her mouth. That's all he was here for. He wasn't here to smash the patriarchy. And, happy wife, happy life. Cayenne was here to help. He was here to get along. He was here to be a good dude. Here's Ted. Ted, not especially gay looking in 2003. Looks like a lot of straight guys, and a lot of straight guys get laid by cooking well too. So, again, no angry eyes. One of the old school gays, wasn't here to kill you, didn't care about whether or not you're a breeder. You're just here to eat, drink, and get you laid. And he's a wingman. Basically, he's a wingman. But the gay culture ends up in getting laid. That's where it all is. The gay culture could end anything in a gangbang. They could send a tax audit to a gangbang. You know what I mean? Look at that spreadsheet. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. Here's Jay. Jay, God bless. He's getting his call too. I remember this guy he was kind of a shithead. He's the cultural expert, I think, in 2003, what I think you call him. And he would just show up. My wife watched the show all the time. And this dude would just show up with a mixtape, some Van Morrison or some Lionel Richie, and he thought that shit was going to change your life. And it's just a comment on his own sort of mindset. But I'll tell you what, 2023, dude doesn't look gay. You know what I mean? Does not look gay. I see 1,000 car culture YouTube channels hosted by a guy who looks exactly like this going, what's up, man? I tuned out my Supra, homie. You know what I mean? Again, no angry gay face. Didn't want the breeders to die. Another good dude. There's Tom. That was kind of I didn't think this dude looked gay in 2003, but that face. There you go. Tom Felicia. Not a gay looking dude in 2003. I'll tell you what, it's like a regular looking dude. His superpower is interior design. He comes in and makes a guy's living room looks like he never missed a prostate exam. You know what I mean? So this is Tom. Another good dude like the previous other guys. He's a well-wisher to the breeder community. He's not a sexual separatist. Kind of guy you can show up and get along with. I know I said these guys didn't look super gay in 2003. Let's go over Carson again. Oh, good old Carson. That's a bit of a twirl, isn't it? There you go, Carson. I've seen fewer twirls at Yogurt Land, man. Hold on. But he was another one of those simpler gay dudes. He was another one of those simpler gay dudes. You gotta love them. Love those dudes. And they're all getting together now, being called up by their phones. This is like a gay Voltron. You know what I mean? All five of them. No, here we go. Gapetron. You know what I mean? The biggest robot in the universe with the loosest ass. So, boom. Jay, of course, grabs a stack of Lionel Richie albums and they head out to Gay and Straight Street. Which is, there are a lot more corners on that street 20 years later, aren't there, folks? It was like, I'm a toaster and I have assholes all over my face street. How many intersections do we need at this street in 2023? How many stripes on the flag, right? And here we see their handiwork. Here we see their handiwork. These are simple, uncomplicated men turned into fuss budgets. How much time are they stealing from these guys' lives? You know what I mean? They work hard all day, and now they get home, and instead of spending their time off enjoying themselves, they have to maintain this fucking filigree that you've placed on their lives. The gay Voltron flew down and placed upon them. You know, the argument is they're raising the standard of living, but these dudes have families. They are fulfilled. They don't need the distraction, and that's it. They have a standard of living. The reason, this is what I'm talking about, people without children, they have to raise their standard of living as a compensation for the shit they're not getting done in real life. Here comes the Phalanx. Whoa, that's like the Reservoir Dogs Phalanx. So they come into you, and we're apparently we went into Carson's eyeball. We went into Carson's eyeball, straight into his brain. I guess Carson, we can now hear what Carson is thinking. He's saying, I'll have a Versace robe and a blowjob and a bowl of al dente angel hair. Skip the al dente. I'm trying to lose weight. Oh, man.
What?
So again, here we are. Funny how, like in 2023, this obviously goes into some super masculine ad for, and here we are. All right, so now we move on to the new Fab Five. The new Fab Five are here. They are updated. They're letting us in on all the new stripes on the flag. They're covering the bases that the dinosaurs in 2003 could not get to. So here we are with this. This is the Fab Five Talks Queer Eye, Season 7, and their pride, do's, and ditches. Don't you want to know what to ditch? Don't you want to know what to ditch? Let's go into full screen, and then we'll go.
2022 was a Queer Eye drought.
I hadn't noticed.
How does it feel to give the girls, the gays, and the days the content they've been thirsting for over a year?
Okay, so that's Rafi. That's your host.
To give
I'm sorry, Rafi. That's not. It's not a complimentary freeze. But I didn't mean to do that to you. But in the intro, I have little technical ability, so this is where your face is. He's not speaking up. He's all dressed in black. He looks. Who's the genie on Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Dude, head in the box. It looks like the head in the box is conducting an interview. God bless. He's the digital editor or something like that. Obviously he has no real social skills. He works on a computer all day. And he's excited to be a part of this, right? But he's no Andy Cohen. Like Andy Cohen is a terrible, terrible person, but at least he's entertaining and out. He plays to the back row. Rafi here is playing to his knees.
Girls, the gays, and the days.
The girls, the gays, and the days. The girls, the gays, and the days. How many? What else did you, shove off your notebook to get to that phrase?
Content they've been thirsting for over a year.
Did we not have any?
Oh no, it was on New Year's Eve. We came out New Year's Eve.
That's the beginning of the
January
year,
1st. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomato.
What was it?
Tomato. Okay, so let's just go over who we're looking at right now. By the way, there's no coherent answer. There's no coherent answer because it wasn't a clear question. So they're all just sort of going, oh, what? I don't know. Oh, hello. I don't know. This is what I think. The new hosts this is Anthony Porowski. Good looking dude, regular looking dude, right? This looks like a straight fashion choice. All this looks like a straight fashion choice. God bless, dude. But he's their food and wine expert. He's Ted's replacement. Straight looking dude. Then you got Tan France over here on the right. He is Carson's replacement. He is, you can tell he's gay, but he's not that angry looking gay. At least I don't think so right now. I don't like his hair, but that's because I'm jealous. I'd like hair like this. I'd like some hair. Karamo Brown down here. Front row left, culture expert, which is, I guess, Jay's replacement, right? He's the guy who puts together mixtapes or sort of how you're supposed to think to be popular. He first came to fame in the real world, which tells you a little bit about him. He tells you he wanted to be famous, but he didn't want to have to work for it. He is one of the first wave of people who thought, if just pointing a camera at me and I can be famous, I'm interesting enough. Dude, you're not interesting enough. It's not a concrete expertise being a cultural expert. You know what I mean? It's just opinions. And they're countered at every turn. Just like me and my stupid videos, people think I'm dumb. You can't call yourself a cultural expert. It's too fucking. I can call myself, if you can call yourself a welding expert, and people know what you're applying your expertise to. A cultural expert explains every fucking country on this planet has a culture, and everybody on this planet has a culture. There's no way you can be a cultural expert. God bless, Karamo. You're making a living. Go nuts. Don't recommend. Don't respect your speciality. Up top here, Bobby Burke, the dude. Didn't look gay. I mean, I've got plenty of straight dude friends who wear stupid shirts like this because they think the girls are going to like it, and they do. He didn't look gay till he opened his mouth, and he was super gay. He is Tom's replacement. He's the guy who comes in and recreates a set from Frasier every week. I mean, so he's the guy you want a $6,000 couch instead of going on vacation for a fucking week this summer. He's the guy you want to talk to. He's the fucking guy you want to talk to. And then way down here, good old Jonathan. I saved him. I saved the best for last. This dude here, this is the grooming expert. Okay? That's like calling a Lizzo a fitness instructor. You fucking kidding me, dude? You can't claim to be a skincare expert with a face like the Marlboro Man. Look at the bags. Look at the forehead. This is... Look, and the dress, okay? I know you're making a statement, but let's look at the treasure trail. This is what my girlfriend's called it. My wife calls it the treasure trail in a dress. If you're going to be a girl, this is coming from a straight dude. If you're going to be a girl, be a fucking hot girl. Look at the fatty shoulders. Look, I just don't get it, man. This isn't pretty. You're not showing off a body. I have zero I have zero sex appeal. You know what I mean? But I accept it. I don't walk around in shit that shows my fucking tubby body and my goddamn... This dude barely has a treasure trail, by the way. He wants to show up. He kept the hair because he wants to show a sliver of masculinity, but doesn't really have any hair. And they all look at him like this dude's the hood ornament. All right? He's the fucking weirdo. He's like, this is the fucking concept car right here. This dude, Jonathan, is the concept car. These are guys we could all get along with culturally. They can find some common ground. Jonathan here is a concept car. He's not interested in going into production. He just wants you to notice how cool he is. And the world doesn't have fucking time for how cool you are, dude. Let's move into the next fucking.
What was the question?
How's it feel to be back, giving the girls, the gays, and the days all the content they've been thirsting for?
Oh, it feels good.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels good.
It feels like the first day of school.
Methinks thou dost protest too much. It feels good. You know what I mean? None of these guys look like it feels good, by the way. No, they look like, God bless, they probably are all on the end of a fucking very exhaustive, all this shit comes at the end of a production schedule. So they're all tired.
Yeah.
Why did you, I'll say this. None of these guys look like it feels good. Come on, son of a bitch.
Oh, it feels good.
Right.
Yeah.
So why did he check in? I have a question. Why did he check in with Karamo and Tony? I think he has a problem with these dudes. I think those dudes have a problem with this guy. This is a forced smile. This is a forced smile. He's checking everybody else out. They're all done with each other at this point in the season. You know, why did he check in with you? I think, hold on a second. Let's just watch.
Always, it feels like the first day of school.
First day of school.
It feels good. It feels back to be good to be back with all of us.
First day of school really meant something to Bobby. I'm getting the sense. Like, you know, I think it was a shoes thing. I think this dude definitely had a first day of school outfit. And got, you know what? That's an attitude. I'll work with this dude. That's an attitude. You come with that attitude every day and you're here to we're here to do this shit. We're here to work. I like this dude. I like this dude.
It does feel like coming back to school after like a really long summer.
It does.
And we're happy to be together. We're happy to be making content. We love making Queer Eye and happy to be here.
I don't like you. I don't like you. You don't mean any of that.
It does.
And we're happy to be together. We're happy to be making content. We love making Queer Eye and happy to be here.
He's just there to make fucking statements. He's not there to be genuine. Dude's not there to be genuine. He's like this stupid fucking tattoo, which means something in the back of his dumb fucking mind. But I tell you what, it's like, I put it in on the back of my shoulder because I don't have to think about it all the time. But I know it's true. So it's like my truth is living on my back, but I don't have to think about it. And I don't know.
I'd love to have you. So, y'all are in New Orleans this
All right. Am I?
season, and Tan, I read somewhere that.
Hold
you said
on.
this-
Sorry, I know I'm stopping this a
Happy to
lot,
be
dude.
here.
I know I'm stopping this a lot.
So,
And I say dude because I know there are no fucking women watching this. All right, so they're in New Orleans now, right? And so none of these guys look, except I'm not talking. This guy is out. He's a hood ornament. We're not talking about him. None of these guys look particularly gay. Until this guy opens his mouth or moves, he's not gay. I know plenty of straight dudes who wear this. I got plenty of fucking black dude friends who could pull this off all day long. This is a bad white guy choice, but people do it all the time. This is stupid. This is the kind of choice I would make. I would go, oh, I have a purple shirt and there's some purple in my shorts. This is the choice I would make. So at this point, fashion-wise, I can associate with the food dude because this is how I choice. This is how I choice myself. Whatever the fuck that means.
y'all are in New Orleans this season, and Tan, I read somewhere that you said
this guy looks like he runs a tiger show in Vegas. Emotional season, by the way. Emotional season. What happened? What happened?
one of the more emotional seasons y'all have ever filmed.
Yeah.
And so,
Would you lose a cake? Did a cake drop? Is that where we are?
That's saying a lot because there's been some tears shed over the series.
Hasn't been any
can,
tears shed over. The only tears shed over the series are dudes like looking in the mirror going, yeah. They weren't tears of happiness, okay? It was a dude in the mirror going, I thought this would fix something. I'm still in this mess. And now my wife and my kids look at me like a pushover. I'm a shithead. Those are the tears that occurred. I don't know where these guys are complimenting themselves when they talk about their tears.
You speak a little about what makes the season so
Can we
hard,
get a straight ear for the queer guy, please?
hard and emotional and rewarding for you?
Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm bad at this. I'm bad. If you're still tuning in, I'm bad at this. I'll figure it out.
And so, that's saying a lot because there's been some tears shed over the series. So can you speak a little about what makes the season so hard and emotional and rewarding for you?
Yeah, sorry, I cut off your question, but yes, I mean,
Cut off the
anyone
question
who
'cause it
has
wasn't
seen the show
clear.
knows it's
You didn't
a
know
very
where it
emotional
ended.
show, so that's a bold statement to say that it's a.
This guy's standing there like you're doing the job. His dad couldn't be there that weekend, and then you're fucking stand-in. You've deluded yourself into believing you're some stand-in. It's a magical moment in this dude's fucking life. His father's off making a living, paying for college. They're talking about some dorm episode, okay, or a frat episode. The parents are off making a fucking living, making sure these kids can be in a fucking frat house at college. They don't care. God, thank God, fine. Show up, put a fucking bow tie on the dude. You didn't make a difference.
A more emotional season. However, I think that the emotion doesn't come from just tears this time.
Oh, not just tears.
Just understand.
It's just not sadness this time. Finally, a season where people aren't just, the emotion isn't just crying.
The gravitas of a season like this
on Queer Eye. Well, you guys, excuse me, are you curing cancer? The gravitas?
They've been through so much. The people in New Orleans have been through so much. And
people in New Orleans. Are you the people of fucking New Orleans? You're talking about Katrina? Are you talking about 2005? That's 18 years ago, dude. Isn't that something the first crew should have taken care of? That came out in 2003. Don't you think that was an opportunity for them to fucking address? But now you're getting to it. You're so fucking. What are you gonna do next? You're gonna get sunscreen for the residents of Hiroshima? You fucking asshole. You're so deluded. These people are so quick to be able to compliment themselves. Jesus Christ.
With Katrina, and then
they're all like, yeah, they're all nodding
COVID.
like, yep,
This
we
is the first
changed the
season
world.
that we've shot, where we truly do feel like we're coming out of COVID.
This is the same kind of delusion you see in Scientologists, by the way.
I think that's why it makes it so emotional. I think we were all just ready for newness.
Ready for newness.
Anthony cries
like every 2 months, every episode.
But there is
fucking
emotion in a very
relationship, yeah.
different way, which I think is beautiful about this season. That wasn't a dig at you.
It was a dig at him. It was a dig at him. And he's looking at him like it was a dig at him. He knows it was a dig at him, this fucking guy here, Mr. Fashion Man. And look at the face. He goes, I didn't have to say that. Dude, no, Anthony knows he didn't have to say it.
Back up.
And
then he backed it up to be a prick about it.
So as a self-proclaimed clean freak and control freak myself, watching the frat episode.
Self-proclaimed clean freak. Have you checked the folds of your fucking skin on your back, Rafi? Self-proclaimed clean freak. Are you out of your mind?
It was really, really hard.
Imagine.
Oh my God, it's the worst.
Oh my God, the worst. You should have smelled it. Should have smelled it, dude. You know how many gay friends I have? You know how many stories I've heard about what the fucking froth of ass you hear or smell in fucking gay clubs? You know what Santorum is? Santorum, Santorum. If you don't know, look it up. It's the froth of shit and lube that is often enough the product of anal sex that it has a name. They've given it a name. So, thanks. I'll take the dirty frat house pizzas cooked in a shitty oven over fucking frothy shit lube any day.
That's why I was at the end. I don't want to think about smelling it.
Yeah.
But at the end,
I don't want to think about smelling anything that didn't come out of a guy's ass.
all that transformation happen and the benefit happen, and you know.
Transformation, they're in a pupil stage, dude. They're in fucking college, okay? They're not nesting yet like you fucking dudes who know you're not going to have a fucking family. So you've already settled down. You want to make your fucking apartment perfect. That's fine. These dudes are in the process of setting up a decent life for a family. They're going to meet a woman. They're going to have some fucking kids. They're in a pupil stage. They're not in the end stage where they're not going to reproduce like the rest of you people.
Form these man babies into
It was great because
Man babies. Fucking man babies. That drives me nuts. Like, these guys are going to have families. They're stepping up to the plate to further the species. None of you fucking assholes are doing this shit. You might, whatever. You might adopt. You might do whatever. There still isn't the connection there. And they all make fun. Oh, the breeders. Look at what's his fucking name? Bobby. Ah.
I'm pretty sure this is the
Look at that. Look at that. Can you imagine this dude in a fucking dress coming? How seriously would you take this? Dude in a dress climbs into your bathroom and goes, I can't deal with this. Well, that's fine, dude. Go somewhere you can deal with it. You have access to whatever bathroom you like, correct? So go. He's covering his face. Okay, dude. He's in a dress. What does your fucking exposed ass smell like?
only time I ever had our heroes help. I can't remember
Our
the
heroes.
70 episodes we've done.
What a damsel in distress would call them. That's exactly what they want. A damsel, our hero. Oh, our heroes. It's the same approach as a crazy woman who keeps trying to find, fix boyfriends. Our heroes. I'm sure it wasn't that bad. Maybe they do a wife swap type show where they get to clean the Santorum running down your legs. The frat boys. How about we do that sort of thing? And then they get to come to you and tell you how gross that shit was. So go ahead, clean up the fucking rooms, clean up the kitchen, whatever. They don't have to clean up the fucking shit running down your legs.
Done ever.
You planted some stuff with people
Yeah,
before.
but like
Oh my
planting
God,
a
you
garden is
planted
different than like
things.
having them help me with the weed and like
Yes, I planted things, but they had to clean.
actually clean. Like
They're busy, dude. They're busy trying to make a fucking living.
it was very cool to kind of force them to help because
Force. I love that. Force. Of course, he uses the word force, and before he wants to force young boys. That's what this is how this guy walked into this. He's like, these are young boys. They don't know what they're doing. They're in college. They're not in the real world. The real world, by the way, is 90% people doing this shit and then going out and having regular fucking families. The real world is not dudes who decide they're not going to fucking propagate and then go ahead and do bullshit like this. So they're in the real world. So you want to come in and change their real world so you feel like your real world is more like the normal real world. But it's not. It's not, Bobby. It's not.
that episode was all about helping these young boys become men.
You didn't help them.
And learning
You didn't.
what
You're never going to be a man. You're never going to have a child.
did, like giving them the tools to be successful adults and successful humans.
They're working on that. They're studying things. Things go by the wayside. If you're focused on something absolute, things go by the wayside. These dudes don't have, again, I'll say it, these dudes don't have families, so their environment becomes what is important to them because there is nothing to think about beyond their environment.
And that entails like how to keep, a nice home, how to be
Keep a nice
responsible,
home.
because
It's a frat house,
surrounding
shithead.
yourself
It's
with
not a
chaos
nice
creates
home.
chaos in
It's a
your mind.
frat
If
house.
you aren't getting that peace and solitude and recharging at home, you're not getting that out in the real world. So, then we say it starts at home. It really, really does. So I think
They're not
that
at
was
home.
given
They're in a
great
frat
information,
house.
And it was really nice to be able to get a hold of a hero at such a young age, and for us to all be able.
They keep calling them fucking heroes. You know what? I taught retarded adults as a young man, and the company I worked for called them clients. You can call people whatever you want. They keep calling these people heroes because they want to tell themselves that they keep sending heroes out into the world, that they're transforming people into heroes. They're deluding themselves if they think these fucking habits stick with these folks more than a year. This is craziness, dude. This is what I mean. This is what happens. You don't have children. You can't see yourself out in the real world. You have to descend into this amount of madness to believe that you're making a difference.
The kind of nurture them to turn them into, not that they weren't already great people, but to give them the tools to be
Shut
that.
the fuck up.
Great, clean people.
They're clean people. Look at you, you fat tub. Look at. I can't imagine how much scum is under your tits alone. Not to mention what we could put on some chinos or something, dude. You just look like a floating head.
Yes.
And just to wrap things up on a fun note, Pride Month is a couple weeks away.
Oh,
You guys
Pride Month. A weekend wasn't enough, by the way.
can each get like one of your Pride essential, but then something you can also ditch that you don't want to see at a Pride ever again.
Oh.
I could do without boas.
I could do it. You know what? It's lighthearted. It's real. Dude's not taking it seriously. I like Karamo.
I could do without fans.
Feather boa.
I
You
would
know what,
say-
fans? You know what, Bobby? Didn't like you. Kind of like you. I do like this dude. I would get in arguments with this guy, but I like him. Fans, same. Not taking it as seriously as this dude. I'm not taking it seriously like this guy.
Every time they pop.
A must is water, and a
Oh my God. Now, because there are two jokes, this Anthony feels like, I must this water. Stay hydrated, people. Because I'll tell you what, you know why he says that? Because he knows a lot of fucking lunatics who go 3 days without drinking a glass of water because they keep injecting fucking drugs into their system.
what's the opposite of a must? A don't is uncomfortable clothing.
Uncomfortable.
I
Again,
have my
so he started with something serious, and it was something. I gotta end this. I gotta piss soon. And it was something practical. There you go.
thing that I would love to never see again at a Pride Parade. Those fuckwits who stand there with
Fuckwits.
gays are a sin, all that shit. I'd love to never see that again.
You know what, dude? Yeah, I bet you would love to never see that again because you don't want to be challenged. This is a fuck. I like this guy less. He does. I like your hair, dude. But this guy doesn't want to be challenged. He doesn't want to think about anything. You need to live in a world. We all have to live with you. You got to live with us.
And the thing I would love to see is maybe just yay gays from those same people just sign.
You're not gonna get it, dude. So again, proof you're just a delusional
saying,
asshole.
yay, I've seen the light.
That'd be fun.
I would say, yes for Pride. Yes, going to your state capital. Let's get into a protest. Let's get into.
Oh my God! Yes for Pride. Yes for the Capitol. It's like go community service, protest.
Pride
He's
does not
nothing
only have to be a
specific.
Parade, even though I do love a parade and I love a good Pride party.
Bet you
but
do.
can it be community? Can it be activism?
Nothing specific. Nothing specific. Again, this is exactly what you expect from this angle. The hood ornament.
For ditching, it could be like.
Come on, ditch anything.
ditching-
Anything.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like-
right. Nothing.
I
You
don't
can't think
know.
of anything wrong with you.
Like, I think we just really need to get involved in the community.
Yes, we need to push more
Please,
about
kings
whatever
and
we are.
royalties.
Ditch the hate.
Yeah.
Ditch the hate.
That's
You're all
just the
fucking.
haters,
You're as
so-
full of hate as anybody else in the dude.
I love that.
Yeah, you're as full of hate as anybody else. You're as full of hate as anybody else. And if you don't think that, you're crazy. I gotta go piss. Goodbye.